This is the Lakeville North PantherCast with head football coach Mike Zweber.
Welcome to PantherCast. In the next few minutes, we'll recap our first game with Chaska, highlight some key plays and players, and look ahead to our next game against Egan. All right, let's start by looking back at last week's game versus Chaska. A great first game of the year for us, knowing that we go into our first game always anticipating and expecting that we'll probably have our fair share of mistakes. We eliminated or limited as much of those as possible and came away with a big win. We offensively put up 35 points, and defensively they shut down Chaska for most of the game with with just a few exceptions. But overall, we're very happy as a coaching staff and look forward to improving and getting better as we move forward into the weeks to come.
So the first play that we want to look at today is a big-time play by one of our big-time wide receivers, Tyler Swanson, 3-year starter for us at wide receiver. We get the ball coming off of a turnover, so we want to make sure something happens quick. We're down deep in Chaska's territory. We run a quick fade route, and with his size and his ability to get position on a defender, we felt pretty good about getting a touchdown. As you can see, Tyler gets up and gets the ball for a touchdown, puts us up 14-0, and we feel pretty good at this point in the game. The next play we want to take a look at is another big play by our defensive leader for us, Aaron Gallegos. He's a 3-year starter at cornerback, and he knew that he had a big challenge coming into this game going against one of the best receivers in the state. They wanted to try to test him over the top, and you can see that he comes up with a big defensive play and finished the game giving up 0 catches against him. And the final play we want to spotlight today is a touchdown late in the game by our running back, Dejan Newell. There was a lot of questions going into this season as who would fill in for All-State honorable mention tailback Paul Bernier after he graduated and moved on to the University of Wisconsin Stout. We gave the ball to him here on a toss around the right-hand side. Some great blocking by our wide receivers downfield, and he gets into the end zone and finished the game with 140 yards rushing. And now it's time for our Panther Players of the Week. On offense, senior quarterback Mike Hartwell threw 19 for 26 for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Although Mike got off to a tough start with an interception on his first pass, from there he had completed almost everything in the rest of the first half and finished with a great football game for us as a leader at quarterback. Our defensive player of the week was our defensive tackle, Harry Bernier, who came off the ball extremely hard. He was excited going into this first game, having a great offseason, finishing the offseason as our Lakeville North Tough Man of the Year. And our Tough Man is awarded based on points that they can earn in the weight room with their strength and speed and agility and just flat-out toughness. So he came off, had a great game, and plugged up the middle for the defense. And special teams player of the week this week was our kickers, and we're going to combine that with Cody Schenkelberg and Hayden Singer, who combined for a 5-for-5 performance on extra points, which was one of the concerns that we had coming into this year, as well as who would fill in our kicking role, and they did a nice job for us.
Up next for us on Friday night is a much improved Egan football team. They'll be coming into our stadium. We're excited to open up the new stadium this year with a new turf on Friday night. As I said, they're a much improved team. They've got some good skill kids on their offensive side of the ball, and they like to come off the ball pretty hard on defense. So it'll be a good test for us, but it's a game that we think that if we do take care of our things and we continue to improve in the areas, a game that we think we can win. Thanks for watching this episode of PantherCast. We hope to see you again back here next week.